Today we've got a classic 90s pack opening and one of the rare occasions when actually retail is a little bit better than the hobby. Let's get right into it. Welcome to the most passionate content for card collectors on YouTube and possibly the whole entire internet. As usual, I am your host, Jake Roy, 90s b-ball cards here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, a little bit of TikTok, a little bit of Twitter, a little bit of what I got time for. So today I'm really excited to rip into some 90s packs. I'm always excited to rip into 90s packs, but today especially 97-98 Stadium Club is what we have. We've got 3 packs, all retail. We've got one of one series, 2 of the other series. This is something that we have opened before, but it's been since season 1 since we've opened these. And season 1 we just did the one series, so this time we've got a little bit of both, so we can dig into the inserts that we didn't touch on in season 1. I'll try to remember to link that episode in the description. I might be a little bit slow on that, but very excited. There is one specific insert that we are really looking for, and like we said at the beginning, those are exclusive to retail. So an interesting product that the retail is more sought after than the hobby. A fun excuse for me to show off some of my penny PC cards that I don't get to show off too often. So really excited for this, hoping that we pull some great fire. There's some great pennies and some very incredible MJs and other great 90s stars that we could be getting in these. So very excited. Let's jump in and talk about the fire. All right, so here we've got some of the fire in my PC that we can be looking for. So we do have some Series 1 and Series 2 packs. We've opened Series 2 before. We've got more of the Series 1 packs, not by a long shot, but a little bit more. So we're going to focus on Series 1. If you want to know more about Series 2, I'll try to remember to throw a link to that video. It's from Season 1, but still has all the odds and information in there. So here are the inserts. As you can see, there are a whole bunch. So what we don't have for volume in packs, we did make up for in the cards that we'll talk about with the inserts. And there are some differences with the Triumvirates, which is, you know, a little bit of foreshadowing, one of the big ones here. So we will get to the differences there. Again, lots to talk about. So let's jump right in here with the first one here, Hard Court Heroics. Here we've got a penny, really cool, lots of hollow foil, you know, shiny cards. So these are 1 in 12, not the hardest cards to hit, but, you know, a really nice checklist. So, you know, the penny here, looking at value, is about a $5 to $10 card. Again, you got that hollow foil, you look over on the back, you've got color edge to edge, you got a little bit, you know, of stuff there that you can definitely show some chipping, but the hollow foil on the front is really where a lot of the issues can happen. And centering also, it's not uncommon to see things off center here. So the Jordan is one of the big ones or the biggest one in this set. So that's about a $40 card roughly. Again, you know, depends on condition. They can go for, you know, around 50 to 60 if they're in good shape. Obviously graded copies go for more than that. The Shack is about a $10 card, so a little bit more than the penny in this case. So some good names, some fun stuff. Not the hardest to hit, but definitely a lot of eye appeal. They definitely pop when you're getting them in the pack. The next one we have here is the Hoops Screams. So we have the KG and we have the Kobe. Kobe being one of the bigger names. Obviously Jordan's going to be the biggest since he's in the set as well. I love how they have, you know, kind of some consistent angles on these shots of players actually dunking. It's kind of annoying when you have a theme for the theme name of a set that doesn't follow through with the pictures, but here they do. So these are also 1 in 12 packs. But the interesting thing here, while they're just as rare as the Hard Court Heroics, they seem to be a little bit less desirable, even though I like them, you know, just as much in their own right. Obviously, they're different, very definitely aesthetically, but I think that these are really cool. Again, I love the photography on these, but, you know, looking at some of the bigger names, this Kobe here is about a $10 card roughly. You know, and these do kind of run the gamut for comps. There's a lot of variability in these. The Jordan's about a $20-$25 card. This KG is probably about, you know, a $1 to $5 card. You know, so again, you're looking at cards anywhere from $1 up to $20 or $25 in this set. So not the most valuable cards. And like I said, a tick down from the last one, even though they're just as hard to hit or just as scarce, if you will. So That's those. Now we're going to get into the parallels here. So here we've got the first day issue. So we've got the Penny, we've got the Horace Grant, and we've got the Glenn Robinson. So the Glenn Robinson, again, if you saw our first episode where we were talking about these from series 2, that's going to be a series 1 card there. So that, the Penny here is going to be series 2. So certain players that we can get in certain sets. The Glenn Robinson is one that gets some interest from obviously Glenn Robinson fans, but also it's a Jordan shadow card. Some people that like that, but this Penny is one that I love. That picture of him going up over Theo Ratliff, just a great photo. And this is one that I had gotten graded a while back. These don't tend to grade the best. Stadium Club in general doesn't really grade that well. They're a little bit thicker, but also the high gloss tends to stick, and you get the edge-to-edge picture with some foil that can chip as well. So I had gotten a PSA 9, and I traded that at the Chicago National because, it's a pretty low pop count card. I haven't even talked about the odds here yet. So the stated pack odds are 1 in 24 packs, but what these are better known for in future years, getting serial numbered. So in this first year that we had these, they had a stated print run of 200. So while they're not serial numbered as the one of a kind, which are a hobby only, they are short printed with a known quantity. So this is how you can do some of the fuzzy math with these and the odds in the print run to figure out some other print runs. But some cool stuff here. The Jordan's the big one at about $700 or $800. Kobe is about $70 to $80. This Penny's about a $50 card. Iverson's about, $20 to $30. The Duncan, the rookie that we talked about at the beginning, that's about a $200 card. T-Mac's about a $40 to $50. Shaq's about $40 to $50. So you can see some good prices, some good values for those if you're lucky enough to hit them. But again, they're pretty hard to hit those stars because there's a lot of comments that you could come by. Next one we have here is the Hardwood Hopeful. So this is going to be an all rookie set. I think it's pretty cool. It's got kind of that parquet floor, which is really well known for Boston fans. Got some acetate there. Nice looking stuff. I enjoy these, but again, the rookie class is not going to do as much as other rookie classes would have. So here we've got the Antonio Daniels, who was a high pick, if I remember correctly. He was the number 3 pick that year. So this is going to be inserted at a rate of 1 in 36, so about 1 per box. Pretty hard to hit, but this is about $1 card for Antonio Daniels. The T-Mac is about $5 to $10. The Tim Duncan is about a $10 card. So it would be great to hit a Duncan or a T-Mac. I would really love that. I like this Antonio Daniels. I love those Vancouver uniforms, those shorts, and just a really fun callback to the 90s. So some fun stuff here. Not a lot of value, but definitely very hard to hit. All right, we're going to bounce down to the bottom row. We're going to start getting into some bigger fire here. So the first thing we're going to start off with is the Bowman's Best Preview. And you're probably saying, hey, the next 3 look all the same. We'll get into the differences. You might be able to guess them. But so the Bowman's Best Preview obviously gave you a preview into what was going to be that year's Bowman's Best set. So here we've got the Penny. It's a short print run, or I should say a short checklist for these. The odds for this base version are 1 in 24. So again, not very easy to hit. Greening is an issue on these typically. So when you get one that's got full color, they go for a bit more. Not a ton of value in these. So the Iverson's about a $5 card. Shaq's about a $5 card. Penny, $1 to $5 for the base card. So if you find one, if you need one for your player set or you're trying to complete the insert set, the base version is not going to break your bank. But 1 in 24, not the easiest, but definitely not the hardest of all the inserts. The next one we have also Bowman's Best Preview, but this is the refractor version. So you can see here, this is a Penny that I have. It's got full color, beautiful, love it. One of the tricks though is you flip it over the back, and we'll talk more about this on the Atomic, but there is no way to denote that it is a refractor. So you just have to know by looking at them, and there's a lot of times you can see these listed online and people don't notice the refractor. There have been even some people that have speculated, is there a refractor or are they all base? So there are refractors. They are stated on the print run for odds. And these odds are 1 in 96 packs. So very hard to hit these. And the value goes up a little bit, but not a ton. So the Iverson, you're looking at about $10, maybe closer to 15. Shaq, about the same. The Penny, you're looking at about $5 to $10. So again, not a ton of value. Very, very hard to hit though. they do get confused for regular Bowman's Best, but the number on the back, you can see the difference. And then the big thing here is the Bowman's Best Preview Atomic Refractor. So you can see that atomic refractor pattern. Again, flip it over on the back and there is nothing to denote that it's atomic. You just have to know by seeing the front. You can see my penny here, very faded. Would love to get a copy that's got better color, something closer to that refractor finish. But these are very hard to hit. So these are 1 in 192 packs. So very, very long odds on these. And again, the value here takes a big tick up. The people that are looking for the Bowman's Best previews are looking for the atomics typically. So the penny is about a $40 card. Iverson is about a $40 card. So you can see that's almost a 4x jump from where we were with the regular refractors. So it would be really exciting to hit one of those, but very, very long odds. So let's jump into the triumvirates. So one of the things I wanted to mention here is there's a difference between Series 1 and Series 2. So these ones up here that we have Kevin Garnett and a Steve Smith are the Series 1 version. So this is what we're pretty much going to be looking for. You know, so these are really cool. I love this hardwood design. There's a great looking Jordan that's, you know, a lot closer to the Kevin Garnett. Interestingly enough, most of these were, well, all of the hardwood ones are team sets. So it's going to have 3 players from each team to make it up, and typically the biggest star of the team is this middle piece, like the Kevin Garnett is here. I think that was pretty strategic by the Topps company. So, you know, you can see obviously the Steve Smith and the Kevin Garnett are not going to interlock, but Steve Smith comes with Dikembe Mutombo as the middle player, and I think Christian Laettner is the third one. Pretty sure it is. It might be Mookie Blaylock, but I'm pretty sure it's Christian Laettner. So, you know, and then the Kevin Garnett would come with Stephon Marbury and Tom Gugliotta as well. Obviously, the Jordan's going to come with Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. So these are really fun. Haven't even talked about the odds here yet, but these are 1 in 48 packs. So that's what we're looking at for those. If you're looking at values, you know, these get pretty pricey. So the penny, obviously, we can't get in this series. You can get in Series 2. For the base version, is about a $50 to $60 card. Kevin Garnett here is about a $30 to $40 card. Tim Duncan, you can only get in Series 2, so that's going to be about a $50 to $60 card. T-Mac, again, only Series 2. That's about a $30 card. Shaq's got a card in here. It's about, you know, $40, but Michael Jordan, he's the big one. He's what we really want to see. That I've seen sell for about $600. Now, one of the tricky things is here, these base versions sometimes can get they aren't noticed by the seller, and they get listed like their base version, but they're actually one of the parallels that we'll get into next. And that can also skew some of these numbers. So these numbers might not be 100% accurate, because I might be looking at some comps that were for parallel versions that just weren't noted in the listing. So if you've got better data, you know, I'll try to flash it up on the screen if I've got better data that I find, but just so you know that. Again, these are the ones that we're talking about here in Series 1 with the hardwood. I wanted to also show the, we've got the KG, and we've also got the penny here for the Series 2 versions. And these ones had obviously 3 players connected, but it was really for each conference. So, you know, you have here with a penny, you had Michael Jordan as the middle guy, and then Tim Hardaway was on the other side. You've also got one that's got all the rookies, which has the Tim Duncan, it has Tracy McGrady, and I think the third rookie is a Donald Foyle. So interesting stuff there. Hard to hit, very delicate cards, very sought after cards, very valuable cards. So the next step up we have here is the Luminescent. So here we've got the penny and the KG again from Series 2. This penny I picked up for a pretty inexpensive price at the Chicago National because it was an SGC5. I don't see any significant things wrong with it, so it's one that I might crack out and send off to PSA or BGS and see how it does there. But that's not what we're focused on here. We're focused on the cards, and this is 1 in 192 packs. So the odds of pulling one of these Triumvirate Luminescents is the same as pulling one of the Bowman's Best Preview Atomic Refractors, but the value is quite a bit more. So if you're looking in your, you know, pulling one out of your closet in your collection, or you're pulling one out of a pack, what to look for is that it has a refractor finish on the front. That is how you'll know it is a Luminescent as opposed to the Luminous or the base version. And again, the values here, quite a bit more. So looking at the KG, you're looking at about $70 to $80. A Duncan, you're looking at about $150. And then the Jordan, the last I saw sell was over $1,000 for the Jordan. So again, would love to see us get any of the Jordan Triumvirates, whether it's Series 2 or Series 1. But yeah, very hard to hit and very, very valuable. And then the last one here that we have is the Illuminator. So you probably heard me talk about this in conjunction with the National from this last year in Atlantic City. So this is the penny. These are 1 in 384 packs. Just ridiculously hard to hit, but also beautiful cards. So how you're going to tell the difference between this and the Luminescent: on the front, it's going to look very similar. If you're looking at, there's 2 pennies, you've got a refractor finish on the front. You flip it over on the back, it's also got a refractor finish on the back, and that is the key difference, as well as the fact that it's going to also be on an acetate, so it is a little bit transparent. Obviously the color makes it a little bit more difficult, but if you throw something behind there that can show some color, obviously don't get confused with the lightning bolts or the die cuts that are in the middle. A lot of this card is cut away, but you can tend to see something, and again, you can really see that on the back, because you can see the parts that are refracting are the parts that are not the translucent part, or the transparent part, I should say. So, again, hard to tell. Sometimes even grading companies mark these incorrectly. So you can see some that are in slabs sometimes that are mismarked. Sometimes the seller doesn't even know, and it can be to your benefit. But there are times also that the base cards will get noted as being a Luminescent or an Illuminator when they aren't. So it can swing both ways. But looking at the values here, these are very hard to find. So a raw copy of a penny, I think, is about a $400 card. Jordan, not really sure. I'd have to take a look at Card Ladder for the last sale and use their algorithm to figure out what it might be worth today. So very hard to hit, very rare, very beautiful, very delicate, very valuable. Definitely hoping for that. The last thing I want to talk about here is another penny. So we've got a 4th penny. There are 4 versions, and the difference with this one, it looks just like the base, but you flip it over in the back and you see we've got some letters on the back. It is the members only. So it's in one of those box sets for members only. So again, if you're a player collector or a set collector looking to get the whole run, you need to get the members only as well. Those can be hard to find. Sometimes, again, people don't note it in the listing, all that kind of stuff. So, not the most valuable cards in comparison to the other ones, but definitely not the easiest ones to track down. So I want to make sure to note that if you're looking to get all and you're a completionist and a little bit crazy like myself. So that's all of the stuff we could be hitting. Again, the Triumvirates are really the big tickets here, and that's what we're going to be hoping for. But let's crack into these packs and hope we get some great fire. All right, so here we go with the packs. We're going to start down here with the Series 2, which we've done before. But it does have a little bit more beauty in some of the Triumvirates, I think. All right, and there we've got some of the advertising things on the front. All right, so we start off with the transactions. This is a base subset for John Wallace, moving from the Knicks to the Raptors. We go with the Allen Houston. Very nice photo there of a dunk from Houston. Ooh, very nice with the Kobe. That is looking like it's in pretty good shape. A little bit of a ding up there on the front, or the top corner, so not anything worth getting graded, but very nice to hit. A nice Damon Stoudemire there against the Magic. Joe Dumars, some great names here. You can see all these have a little ding up on the top. And Jason Caffey. All right, so good for base to start, but here we go with the Series 1. All right, Wesley Person. We've got a Sam Cassell. We got a Jamal Mashburn. We got Mark Davis, Mark Price, Calbert Cheney, and here is your little bit of a promoter there. All right, not as good of a pack there. All base again. Let's hope for some fire here in the last pack. All right, Harvey Grant, Horace's brother, twin brother, I might add. Vlade Divac. We've got a rookie here, Danny Fortson. Oh, wow. Wow, it just slid right out. So we got the Dennis Rodman, and this is the Luminescent. You can see that refractor finish. I don't want to touch that anymore. It slid out. It wants to be left alone. I'm going to get that sleeved up. Wow, what a hit there. Last pack magic. All right, Antoine Walker. We got a Tim Hardaway and everybody's friend with the checklist. Boy, oh boy, I am excited for that one. Wow, well, we beat the odds in quite dramatic fashion. Some last pack magic, we always talk about it. Here we got some, so I'm very excited. You know, that first pack was a lot of fun. Getting that Kobe, love the photo on that Kobe. You know, the base card is about a $1 to $5 card. Obviously, this one with that accordion corner, you know, maybe a $1 card there, but it's just one that I'm going to enjoy because of that photo. You know, the first day issue is something we didn't talk specific about Kobe, but that's a great one also. But the real highlight was in that last pack, slid right out, that Rodman Triumvirate, and getting it as a Luminescent, so a little bit better than the base. Not quite an Illuminator, we can't we can't expect that, but very excited to have hit that. So that's one that I'm going to take a close look at. I might get that graded because, you know, Rodman's not a core PC guy, and getting something that might grade high, a rare card like that, could make it easier for me to get some other stuff in my collection that I want more so than that card. But not a card that I'm going to be terribly anxious to move because, you know, these are gorgeous cards. I love it, and of course, you know, the memories of hitting it. Again, one of the better hits. We've had some great hits over the course of our history on this channel, you know, and we've had some droughts at some points, but still, I can't discredit, you know, some of the great hits we've had and some of the, you know, really good odds, and this is one of those. Definitely ranks high up there for the best pack hits on the channel, so very happy with that for sure. So that's what we've got today. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. New videos dropping once, sometimes twice a week. We've got pack openings, looks into my PC, occasional collector interviews, grading reveals, and so much more. Thanks. We'll talk later. Bye.